Hello, welcome, Adrien Beau or Adrien Beau, I guess,
Adrien Beau.
to the Creepy Crib podcast. Thank you for agreeing to for an interview for your latest movie, Le Vourdalak. Yeah, we just screened it in our horror film series, Creepy Crypt, and people really loved it. I'm not just saying it. I also really enjoyed it. It's a great
Thank you.
movie.
Thank you very much.
Um, and the first thing I was asking myself is there are a few movies already made that are based on the family of the Vourdalak, the story from
Yes.
Tolstoy. Have you, and like Mario Bava has a short story, and there are like two Russian productions, I think. Have
Hmm.
you seen any of them or?
Yes, of course. There is one from, there is an Italian one too from the 70s called The Night of the Devils.
Mhm.
I forgot the name of the director. Because, yeah, we saw them after writing our script, actually, because the producer, Judith Lulevi, she wanted to show, of course, the movie to us, but after we finished writing our own version, because she didn't want us to get influenced or something. Yeah, it's very different, all of them. Yeah.
I think the director is called Giorgio Ferrani.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's him.
Yeah, I'm doing my research. Um, okay. What are your general influences if it comes to filmmaking? Is it like, or what, do you have more horror film influences, or is it like general movies?
Well, I really love horror. I think to me, this is the best genre ever because it's everything but just a little more. It's like life, but a little more. And yeah, I come from theater first, and um, and I really love that in this genre you can go very far into each proposition. I'm sorry for my English first. As a French person, I speak like bad English, so I'm sorry for that.
It's amazing.
And, okay, thank you. And yeah, you can go like very far. You can like in horror, you can go. Every artistic proposition can go further than any other genre. In a drama, for instance, it would be a big problem to have the characters speaking this way or behaving or moving this way. Or everything can be weird. Everything can be free in horror. You're not you're you know that you're not watching life. You're watching something horrible. So everything's open. You can go as far as you want. So yeah, horror is my main influence, and it's yeah, it's freedom.
Yeah, that's what I always say that the horror genre is the best one because you can do so many different things in it still
Yes, but
with
I didn't answer to your question. I'm sorry. I'm very bad at interviews.
no,
Uh,
well, I was
okay.
asking what your influences were, so
Okay.
like
Yeah. I mean, as for vampires, of course. And when I was a child, I used to really love the Dracula from Coppola,
Mm.
from the 90s. So I really loved him with his long red cloak and white hair, like a woman, unsexed after so many centuries. He's not even a man or a woman. He's something in between. He's beyond humanity. He's beautiful, and I really love this character. Yeah. So when I read the novella from Tolstoy, which is not Leo Tolstoy, which is another Tolstoy, there are three major writers named Tolstoy, and so it's not the same from War and Peace, and it's another one. And but when I read the novella, I was like, yeah, I had this idea because he's very rough in the book. He's this old man from the countryside, which is always angry and I think he really needed some kind of delicacy, so we added that. And also in the features of his face, I wanted him to be like a corpse, like a dead body, but I wanted him to be also less repulsive than a zombie, which is like disgusting. I wanted him to have a kind of royalty, so I was inspired by the mummy of Ramses or Seti the First. They're dead bodies, but the way they treated them, they look like super elegant, and they have something as repulsive as beautiful in the same time. So yeah, that was yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not prepared at all. I have a lot of influence, of course, like tons of them, all the same than any horror lover. Yeah.
Um, it's a very unique project. Was it hard to get this finance, or is it kind of easier because you have a story in the background that's more known, maybe?
No, no, no. It was actually it was not my own project. It was a project between me and the producer. So I met Judith Levy from Les Films du Bal. I met her like almost 10 years ago for another project that I really wanted to do, but she didn't want to do that project. But still, she liked my short movies, and she told me I would like to make a vampire movie with you. And at that time, I had no idea about vampire. Well, I love Dracula, of course, but and then I read that story a few months later by chance, and I sent it to her, and I said, "Let's make that." And she was okay with it, and so we started working on it like immediately.
I
Yeah.
mean, it was your first feature film, right?
Yes. Yes.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Um, where did you shoot the movie?
We shot it in the south of France because in France we've got this system where all the regions they can give you money, and in exchange you have to shoot the movie there. And so it's supposed to take place in Serbia. And I've been many times to Sarajevo to the film festival because I have friends there, and I really love this city. And so we were looking for a forest in the south of France that might look like Serbia. And in the end, I mean, it's Europe. It's not like the jungle or something. It's always the same kind of trees. It's Europe climate, so it's okay in the end. It looks a little bit the same, yeah. And for the house, we've been looking for several months, and we found this very small little. It's a prieuré. It's a house for the monks from the 11th century, and there were nothing inside, so everything is fake. Actually, there is this staircase in the movie, but when they climb the staircase, they have to, to walk like and get smaller and smaller because there were no. It
Oh,
was the ceiling actually, so they're all lying. It's all like made up. Yeah, yeah.
sounds funny.
Yeah, it was funny actually to shoot. Yeah.
Also very interesting is the look of the movie because it seems like it's that's not a dig, but it seems like it's al always out of focus a little bit because you know
This is film actually. This is 16 millimeters film.
it's the
We're
his
not used. Yeah, we're not used anymore. Our eyes are really is now used with everything we see on the Netflix and television and stuff like that, and which is basically a big problem for a lot of filmmakers because now you have to have a lot of money to make movies actually because these new cameras they testify of the reality so perfectly that you can see every material, everything you can see that is fake. And with film you could lie about anything. You could paint some cardboard and make it act like wood or like stone or like metal, and nobody would tell the difference. So film has a magic in itself within that helps when you don't have a lot of money to make it look like coherent. And also with the puppet, I mean, if it would be filmed in 4K, this puppet would look even more ridiculous than it already is, actually. So, yeah. So it was in this idea, and we wanted to make a movie that we're often saying that it's not a movie; it's a ghost of a movie. Like the movie himself is back from the dead or something like that. Like you could find it and wouldn't know who made that movie and think, oh my God, those people are crazy. And it would be scarier actually than something modern where, and too much, I don't know, perfect, which I don't like. Yeah.
I mean, one of our visitors, I asked the people if they have questions for you, and one of them actually guessed that it was 16 millimeters. I don't understand any of this technical things. I was wondering the whole time, how did you do it? But 60 millimeters makes sense.
Yeah.
But you also already talked about the puppet. Where did the idea coming from using a puppet for this special character?
Actually, I've done puppet for a lot of time for different projects. I've done them some for theater, for fashion, and I really really enjoy puppet. I used to when I was a child, I was drawing a lot of monsters and like a lot, as I said, like a lot of horror lover. Um, and and I was also a child actor. So I've been acting when I was 10 and 12 in feature films in France, and it was a very disturbing experience for me. I think it's really, really complicated children in movies and you have to be really, really, you have to take great care of them because it's working, and you cannot make children work without taking care of that. It fucks the mind of children a lot when they, and you can see that in every movie. Well, I don't anyway, but and so I always wanted to make movies with monsters, and and puppets, it's a way for you to perform a character without showing yourself, actually. So you can, it's a mix of all the different uh, art practices that you could have, like it's drawing, it's also sculpting, it's also acting, but you're hidden, and at the same time you're in front of the audience. It's very convenient for somebody which is a little shy or some, or that want to stay out of that. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
sorry for my English again. Okay,
No,
cool.
no,
Okay,
seriously,
okay,
you don't have to be sorry for your English. It's good.
okay, cool. Thank you. Okay. And
Yeah.
so yes, so I wanted to. I always wanted to make puppets in different movies. I made short movies with puppets, and but for the part of Gorsha, yeah, it's a very very dark story. And well, it's not, but it's gonna sound weird what I'm gonna say. So my mother was very sick for years, and my brother and I we took care of her, and so it lasted a long time. And one day she died. And when we entered her bedroom, it was her in the bed, but it was not her anymore. And my brother said, "Oh my God, it's not her. It's an object now." And it kept, of course, it stayed in my mind. And when we're talking about who could perform the character of Gorsha, which is supposed to be a dead person, and I thought it has to be an object, of course, because it has to have that feeling of not being in front of somebody, but of, yeah, some object. Life is gone, and it's just like a material little thing that moves, and it creates some kind of uncanny feeling, which is like disturbing, and I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Well,
it
this is
makes
the story. I told you it's going to be horrible, but this is the story.
no, but it makes the movie really interesting to watch because it you don't expect to a puppet to appear as
Mm,
a character without the
mm,
other people's being human. So it was very interesting to see a puppet at this very at this main character that's very
mm.
important for the story. So
But I've been studying theater, and there are a lot of writers who wrote about like Meyerhold, and who wrote about like how to how to incarnate a character, how to be, how to. For some actors, it comes from the inside of them, the feelings and what they. But for others, it's something really practical. The costume helps, the makeup helps, and then they're happy to become themselves their own puppet. And so this puppetry, in the end, on the set, it was like he was he was another actor like the others. We had the special assistant because he was probably the most boring actor of them all. But yeah, he was there. It was like because it's a lot of makeup. For instance, Denka, Ariane Labed, the character of Ariane Labed, she had like, I don't know how we had to broom the forest for, I don't know, half an hour before every shot because she had such a long train on her dress, and that when she was walking in the woods, she was like always like dragging stones and wood sticks and stuff, and it was really complicated for her just to move. And she's supposed to be a woman who always walks in the forest, so everything is so fake, everything is so out of reality that in the end this puppet, it was not the it was not I'm sorry, you understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah, it was not the most unrealistic thing of the movie in the end.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Um,
Sorry.
no, oh my God. Stop saying sorry. It's okay. Um, so now I asked our audience if they have any questions afterwards when they saw the movie. And there are two questions I have for you. One is one person asked, did any strange things happen during filming?
Oh, so many, a lot. Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, yeah, we had like a mudslide, like it's like a tsunami of mud because it's been raining so much.
Okay.
And you can tell, actually, I can tell in the movie, the shot where it rains. Sometimes it's rain, it doesn't then. Like, yeah, we had like, but you mean in terms of a magical thing, like
Maybe a
creepy
little bit
stuff?
creepy.
Well, probably, but we're used to them. We were the creepy ones. We were the ghosts of the forest, yeah. So it was okay for us, yeah.
Okay. And the other one, that's a very interesting question. I'm going to read it as it was. So, yeah. There are some queer themes in the movie that aren't present in the original. Personally, I think the story benefits immensely from it, but what was the reason for changing the story in that way?
Well, many reasons because we're in 2020, it was 2023 at that time, 2022. And because I'm gay, and because this is we're part of the world, and I don't want to talk about stories about the other. I'm talking about stories of the world. So we're part of the world, and we're part of that story. And there is the subtext in this story already. If
Mhm.
people, a lot of people, they say, "Oh, this is ridiculous. You put some modern themes in such a beautiful old story." And we always existed. We've always been there, and we will always be there. You want it or not, it's the same. Okay. And there is a subtext, of course. I mean, they describe the youngest brother, Pierre, because the novella has been written in French by
Mhm.
a Russian guy, and it's supposed to take place in Serbia, where he's never been. So it's already a mix of cultural appropriation and weird stuff. It's not about like Turks. No, it's it doesn't have to be realistic about like the costuming and the sets and stuff like that. But yeah, let's go back to the question. But so in the text, the father says that the youngest son is like is so nice and so weak that is feminine. There is something like that. I don't remember the sentence, the exact sentence, but of course it caught my attention. Like, oh, great, weak, of course, yeah, perfect. Fuck off. Yeah. And there is no, but the book itself is not like a great. I think it's somebody, I don't know who, but somebody told me it's very convenient to take a not so good book and try to make a good movie after it, because when you take a very good book, it's really really dangerous and complicated and hard. But the novella itself is full of misogyny. It's not like a great book to for somebody today. For instance, Zdenka, she's very stupid. She's totally in love with this French man, which is a strong French man in the book. He's clever, he's rich, he's perfect, and they're all peasants and stupid. And it's so ridiculous. To me, it was reminding me of the Casanova from Fellini, like this guy bragging with his and ridiculous with his makeup and lace and feeling superior to everything, but super scared inside.
Yeah.
Because in the end, I think you like it. Well, I like him. I think we all have very arrogant little marquis inside ourselves. When we go and see some people of our family, some cousins or something like that, we have this one which is like full of himself, but in the end not so bad. And I think we also have in us, all of us, we've got a beautiful and wounded witch that wants to die in the forest alone and in the nature. And so for me, it was interesting to have those two characters meeting and trying. I mean, we want to have them love each other. We want to see them, but when we see them loving each other, it's something changes, of course, because it's horror. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a great scene also.
Thank you.
So do you have already next projects lined up? What you're up to? What can we expect from you in the future?
Well, we're developing now a new movie also with a creature and also with those without CGI, also like the same kind of but different, not the same period, not the same country, not the same monster. It's not a vampire movie, and yes, but it's still like it still has crazy characters and a lot of blood in it. Yeah,
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
thank you.
And my last question, always already warned you, what horror film are you looking forward this year?
You mean you mean that's gonna come out this
Yeah.
year? Oh,
What do you want to watch?
um, I don't know. I wait. I'm super bad, and I'm really sorry. I don't know. Oh.
Okay.
The
That
Shining. I know it was not last year. Yeah, okay. I'm like,
No, it's okay. I'm just asking. Maybe there was something that comes out that really interests you. It's. since we
I,
are horror film podcast, I always ask
actually,
him.
yeah, but when I'm still discovering like old movies. Like
Mm.
for the moment, yeah, I've seen a movie, but it's already out. I've seen a movie yesterday called Mother of Flies,
Oh, it's not
and
out in Germany yet, so yes.
okay, okay, so that's really cool. And this
Yeah,
and it's made by this couple and the family. It's and you can feel how all the love, and it has a soul. It's a movie with a soul. It's very, very good. Well,
it's
I liked it very much. Yeah.
it's the whole family that does it, right? It's the mother, the father, and the daughters are the filmmakers, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, all
yeah.
together.
They
And
have.
you can tell that there is something like deeper than just like people that has been hired for the project.
Yeah,
It's very and it's beautiful also. There are like some poetry like written like very gruesome text, but beautiful. Yeah.
yeah. I showed the first film in the at the Creepy Crypt when it came out. It was about
Oh,
like
okay, okay.
that was
Oh, cool.
that'd be great. Well, thank you for
Thanks to you. I'm sorry I didn't prepare anything, so I'm
no.
like, yeah.
It's absolutely okay.
Okay, cool.
Your answers were amazing. Thank you very much. I think
Thanks
that
to
gave a
you.
great insight into the movie. Yeah, have
Thanks to you, and thank to the people who came and see the movie.
yeah, great.
Great.